All right, let's get into some of the athletic freaks at the combine for tight end position. This is a position I absolutely think we're drafting a tight end, whether it's in the first round or seventh round. I have no clue, but I see us drafting a tight end for sure. We have a surefire top 10 tight end of the league right now with Cole Kmet. Adding in that 12 personnel set and the 13 personnel set is important for Shane Waldron's offense, so I can absolutely see us picking up a tight end in free agency, but drafting one, having 3 tight ends on the team is extremely important, so drafting one is something I see us doing as well. I think we're going to do that somewhere in the 3rd, 4th round, and there's a lot of tight ends that fit into that. The tight ends did very well. In fact, let me pull up here. This is the top RAS score. So there's a lot of tight ends that had good RAS scores at the combine this year. Theo Johnson and Tip Ryman led the way. And I didn't overlook Ben Sinnott, so I'm not going to put him on here. I'll do him in my final video that I do early next week after the combine's over, after all the grading's done. And I can put an entire video of top guys together. So I'm going to focus on Theo Johnson and Tip Ryman because those are 2 guys I have overlooked. I've mentioned Theo Johnson. I haven't necessarily overlooked him, but maybe teams don't have him as high as scouts do. So let's get into those 2. First, we're going to look at Theo Johnson. His RAS score was a 10. Just athletic, crazy on every single metric. 6'6", 259 pounds, a vertical of 39.5, and a broad jump of 10. 4.58 40-yard dash. He absolutely killed it in the combine. Combined with that, a 5.9% drop rate and a 75% contested catch rate in college, jeesh, he absolutely could be going higher than the 5th round. Some have him in the late 4th round, but he's a 5th round prospect as of right now, according to all the big boards. The other grades on him, his receiving grade, 65.3, so a solid receiving grade. Pass blocking, 55.7, run blocking, 55.1. So none of those bad. Nothing excels on that. But when you're watching his individual drills, too, he wasn't dropping anything. He did a very good job. Ben Sinnott was really the one who balled out in the combine, the one that really showed off, so he was exciting to watch. I think he improved his, we call it stock, whatever you want to call it. He improved his the way he looks to all of us out here, and he definitely made himself look good to teams that were trying to verify what they saw on him. So I think Ben Sinnott might be that guy that really elevated himself in the draft. But Theo Johnson didn't do himself any disservice. He had a very, very good combine, and he's an athletic freak. So I can absolutely see him going higher than anybody projected, 3rd, 4th round. And if the Bears picked him in the 3rd or 4th round, I'm not going to be upset. He absolutely played very, very well at the combine. He made some great catches. And when you look back on his highlights now, which I hadn't done a ton of, there's some highlights from him in college. So someone that I absolutely am keeping my eye on now, and someone that I want to see where he goes in the end of April. The other one who is listed as an inline blocking tight end is Tip Ryman from Illinois. He comes from South Dakota, small South Dakota, and he played in Illinois. He was a walk-on, I believe, who earned a scholarship later. 6'4", 6'5", so not the biggest tight end, but much bigger than a lot of the other ones that I've already said that I like. Much bigger than Brock Bowers, much bigger than Cade Stover. 271 pounds, so good-sized tight end. 4'6", 40, 33.5 vert, 10-foot broad jump, so very athletic. 0 drops, 25% contested catch rate, but not really known as a receiving tight end, but wasn't bad as a receiving tight end. When I watched his individual drills, he was dropping a few. He wasn't the cleanest. He didn't look like the most flexible or the most receiving tight end, but his pass blocking grade 65.1, run blocking grade 54.6, so I was impressed with him. I think he had a very good combine. Right now projected as a late 7th rounder. I wouldn't be shocked with the way he is athletic and with how he did at the combine if he's a little bit higher than that when come draft time. So 2 guys that I was impressed with, 2 guys at the top of the athletic spectrum in the combine, 2 guys to keep an eye on as we move into the draft. With that, till next time, bear down.